Alright, and welcome to round two, where we are on the play. No, I'm not going to mulligan this hand. It gives us a perfect chance to see against an unknown opponent what Rebel Belt Maka can do. I already have three lands. This is kind of exactly what I envisioned with this card. So no, I would not like to mulligan it. The alternative to this card is something like more copies of Young Pyromancer, or something like Legion Loyalist, or Gorehouse Chainwalker. Something like one of those. And none of those are really all that exciting. Goros Chainwalker is actually quite interesting. It does some powerful things, but it seems very poorly positioned right now with the existence of Courser of Crufix, as well as it's just being a 3 power 2 mana guy just is not that interesting. We have better things to do with 2 mana, I think. 2 mana, for example, with Rebel Maka, although it does take an extra card, is doing 6 damage. So I at least think it's worth trying out. I'm not going to use one here, even though my opponent is on blue-white. Yeah, I just want to attack here. This is the kind of game where I might be casting my Rebel Makas as creatures, as special as that sounds. The matchup against the Esper decks is actually pretty good. At least in my experience, it seems good enough. Alright, here I'll wait until combat to choose to do anything. I don't want to give him information. This is not a time to cast spells before combat. There are times where that is fine, and there are times where it is probably correct to. Um, no reason to even play a land yet. I don't want him. I don't want it to influence his decision. Zorius Charm. Okay, well that makes it easy. I'll just play that. Burning Tree Emissary. And I think I'm just going to pass the turn. Lightning Strike provides me utility against Jace. Since Jace affects this deck much, much worse than it does a regular, like a Boros Burn deck, for example. And here we're in relatively poor shape. Thankfully, I have Rebel Belt Maka to save me, but that is the current plan we are on. It does represent damage that my opponent may not be factoring in or may be unable to account for. Let's see here what he chooses to do. This is pretty cool. He's going to block with his Mutavault, and I'm going to Rebel Belt Maka it. He may be. Let's see, what could he have here? No, since he only has the 2 mana, but he can't really do anything. I just got to just eat his Mutavault. That's pretty sweet. Well, yeah, I'll play the other one. Yes, and that. That's the turn. Well, that was pretty cool. He is now one more turn away from Supreme Verdict. Unfortunately, he is still at 18 life. Would have much rather been able to get in some damage last turn. Let's play a mountain. Let's not play the Maka. Well, can I beat Supreme Verdict anyway? Can I beat it? If I play the Maka, no. If I don't play the Maka, yeah, I guess I can. He's at 14. I have a lightning, so he's essentially at 11. Yeah, I'm going to keep it in hand and assume he's on Verdict here. I look a little silly if his fourth land is a tapped land, but yeah, no real reason to overextend into one. And I get the super sexy follow-up of 5 power here. That's actually pretty cool. This game is showcasing Rebel Maka in a way that another Verdict. Yuck. Maybe I should have held. No, it was just too. Getting him on a 3-turn clock there was just too sweet. Well, I finally get a Mutavault. Would have been nice to have that a couple turns ago. At 5 mana, a Rev for 2. I'm going to make him think like I have Skullcrack, and then undo it and pass the turn. I wanted to play around it. I don't know if this is going to work, but card could be a Skullcrack for all he cares. Yeah, definitely going to Ash Zealot. Make this guy. Still looks like I have Skullcrack. And put him back down to 12. This is an okay spot for me. It's not great. Let's see what he chooses to do. If it's an Elspeth. Or if it's a Supreme Verdict. Okay. Keeping up 2 mana Doomblade mana. Do I make him cast the Doomblade here? No, I don't think I do. I would rather just keep my Mutavault in play, I think. Right? Now, if he casts the Doomblade, it does make my my dragons better, but I'm only running 2 dragons here. And my odds to draw one is relatively slim, even counting toward the remainder of the game. And with my 2 lightning strikes in hand, I can maintain my Mutavault advantage over him if I this is tough. It's my if he has Doomblade, so be it. I'm just going to pass the turn. Or rather, if he doesn't have Doomblade, so be it. I'm going to pass the turn. Because Azorius Charm also kind of sucks there. Not quite as bad, but it still sucks. Elspeth, okay. So I guess that's fine. Not great for me, but... Now the question is, do I want to Lightning Strike end of turn and just kill Elspeth? Not really. Not really. If I draw Dragon... This is tricky. I think I just let the turn pass here. I'm in a bad spot either way. Okay. I can attack for 2. Rubble Belt Maka his guys, and then I'm 1 mana short of casting a second Lightning Strike. So I use 2 mana on a Lightning Strike, 2 mana on a Lightning... No, yeah, I need 1 more red for that. Drat. I could... So, here's a case earlier where Rubble Belt Maka was pretty sweet. I killed a Mutavault, but his play was pretty bad. Any removal spell would have killed that Mutavault. So if this were a creature, it would have sucked. If it were a removal spell, it would have been awesome. If this was a Searing Blaze, for example, opponent would be at 9 life here, and we'd be in the exact same spot. Second time, Rebel Belt Maka was a good follow-up to a Supreme Verdict, but it did get met with another Supreme Verdict, so any creature there would have been bad. Here, it appears to be, again, lackluster. I think I have to Lightning Strike Elspeth. I think I need to just get it away. I cannot deal with another set of tokens. I do not have any way to deal with them. Yeah, I'm just going to incinerate Elspeth. And incinerate Elspeth. And just pass the turn. I still look like I have Skullcrack. Or at least that I could have Skullcrack. And he's probably keeping some number of his guys on defense, so I don't have to worry too much about the clock. Aetherling. Really? Yeah, really. Okay. Well, what does that mean? It means I don't want to attack with my Mutavault. It means I pretty much just lose. I can't do 12 points of damage before he kills me by Aetherling. Because I don't have enough burn in hand. If I had burn in hand, where I could basically fog him if he drops Aetherling, if he pumps his power high enough, I can fog with a removal spell. But in this situation, I cannot win. I'm best going to sideboard. Game 2, we do get to improve slightly. Mutavault comes in. It's a very grindy game. Skullcrack comes in. Searing Blood can probably come out. I want Fated Conflagration. think I can cut Rakdos Cackler. Although on the play, maybe Cackler stays, and I cut Fire Fist Striker. They both attack for 2, and the Striker has an irrelevant ability. And then I kind of want Mizium Mortars. Now the question is whether he almost certainly has some creatures in his sideboard. All depends on which ones he brings in. I think I leave the mortars out for game 2. I think my plan here is just to be in my fastest, most efficient configuration against him. Plan for Jace and Elspeth. Add in some extra burn. Yeah, this is fine. Let's submit this. Yes, I would love to play first. And I would love to keep this hand, but my goodness, it is so risky. What does it do? Turn 1, I get a Rakdos Cackler. Turn 2 with any land. No, turn 2 with just any mountain. I gotta mulligan this. It's so close. If I won game 1, I would highly consider keeping this hand. Because I really do like... Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan it. This is basically the same hand. But it has interesting... I don't think I can go to 5. I don't think I can go to 5 and win. I can, but technically, yes, I can. But I don't want to try. We're going to try this hand. The difference between this hand is that my Burning Tree Amp, so any land now, gets me at least a Young Pyromancer. So I at least am able to cast a threat on turn 2. Oh, am I just talking myself into keeping a bad hand? No, if I go turn 2, Burning Tree, Pyro, he has to have the Detention Sphere. This is too good to keep, to throw away. I gotta keep it. Spike a mountain. Let's make this interesting. Let's spike a mountain right here. F6. Show me the mountain. Slightly awkward. I should have F6 really quickly and made it look like I F6 my turn. F6. Now next turn is the important one. If I can get, well, so if I can get a mountain first, step 1, I spike a mountain off the top. Then on my turn, I cast Emissary, Pyro, and I fade an untapped land. On the bottom. If he's banking on Verdict to stop me, I get at least 1 attack. I need that. Mountain. Now the question is, do I play... Yeah, I play Burning Tree. And now I fade an untapped land. Now, to be fair, even if he does have his ideal draw here, which is probably Island, Detention Sphere, go. I untap and I get to attack with Ash Zealots, which is okay. And since I have Ash Zealots in my hand, I'm vulnerable. Now, is there any reason to play the Mountain first? No. Play the Ash Zealot. I'll attack with the team. Probably should have considered not attacking with the Ash, or not even playing an Ash Zealot. But again, I mulled to 6 and did not have a turn 2 land. I think trading my Ash Zealot for 2 damage is fine there. It's not great. No, that was a mistake. That was definitely a mistake. He would be at the same life total. I would just be tapped out here. Now, if I had Skullcrack, that's different. Here, I think I have to attack him. Jace is going to be good against me all game because I cannot kill it this turn. I'd have to kill it next turn. If I kill it next turn, he fogs 2 turns. That's trading 3 damage to him for killing Jace. 6 damage to him. And if he has a removal spell next turn, Jace goes down to 4. Jace goes down to 1. Jace goes up to 2. Any removal spell just ruins it for me. So I have to attack him, I think. I'm an underdog this game. And therefore an underdog for the match. But I have to play it this way, I think. Just let him have the Jace. He might get greedy and try and -2 it. And if he does that, then maybe I can kill his Jace. But even then, I probably just let it happen. It would, in that case, be like a bad delay, or I guess maybe a good delayed divination. And I can deal with a divination every turn. Not easily. I mean, I can deal with it with luck, given that my board is just a single Ash Zealot, since I decided to get greedy. And in fact, look how relevant that is. I would have been able, if I had 2 Ash Zealots in play, I would have been able to attack Jace down to 3 and Lightning Strike it. And my board right now would be him at 10 life, 2 Ash Zealots, and a Mutavault in play, and no cards in hand against him with just 6 cards in hand. I would at least like my odds a lot more than where I have them right now, where I not only have to fight through a Jace, but I have to do it with fewer resources at my disposal. Even if I didn't draw my 4th mountain, I still wouldn't have been able. I still would have been able to attack Jace with both Ash Zealots. Although without my 4th land, I could not have also lightning stricken it with lightning striked it. Well, first steps first. I've committed to attacking him, so I have to continue attacking him. That might be a fallacious way to phrase that. Hero's Downfall on the Mutavault, that's okay, I guess. It's not. You take your 1 and you like it. Now I play a Cackler. And Cackler Go is a lot better on turn 1 than it is on. Let's see, what turn are we on? On turn 7, Cackler Go is a lot less exciting. Against Jace. This is basically a bad limited card at this point. Shocking, he chooses the Ash Zealot, making sure his Snapcaster Mage can get in there for a little more. Well, here I'm basically fading every single spell in his deck. Syncopate for 2, yeah, that's good enough for that. Almost misclicked through my turn. Now my opponent is at a virtual 4 life, so in theory, let's see what this is. Is this a Rev? If it's a Rev, I scoop. Yeah, GG. Alright, well, thank you for joining me for that brief 8-man. I will be coming back for one more, at least one more. Goodness, it is only 9:45, and it is my day off tomorrow. So there will be tons of Magic videos here in the near future, as well as some serious playtest videos where it looks like a few individuals from the Reddit Spikes subreddit are starting to assemble, and we may be able to form a playtest group on Magic the Gathering Online. If that is the case, I may be able to get some very interesting playtest video. Um, until then, please join me. And again, if you have any critiques or suggestions on my play, I know I made a few misplays. Ha! And speak of the devil. Yeah, I'll stop the video here and see y'all next time.